Just check in. We've got Sam on the line.
Yes, we have. We're going to actually go there right now. Kia ora, Sam.
Kia ora.
How are you this morning, Sam? What about the Australian game that's on? What's your take? What do you think's going to happen?
Oh, I'm well, Wes. We're just watching the game here now. Egypt ahead 1-0.
Yep.
Egypt Australia game's looking pretty physical. Both teams with a lot to play for. So I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. The rest of it, there's about 40 minutes to go, unless we get extra time. I would think Egypt probably hold on, but I would not underestimate these Aussies.
Yeah, because they beat us 3-1 in the end. Yeah, when they played the All Whites, so it was a 3-1 in the end.
Yeah, it was. We had a pretty good first half in that game. We were ahead, but I think we were just a bit slow with our substitutes, and in the end, the class of the Egyptian team was just too much for us, and they've had a few moments of class in this game too. So I think they're a pretty good team. Egypt, they've been a bit of a powerhouse in Africa for a long time, but they've never really achieved anything in the World Cup. So yeah, maybe they'll make a run deep into the tournament.
Yeah, because their main player, their main player is not playing today, or one of the headline stars. Is he playing?
Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. Oh, okay.
He actually is playing. So he's carrying a bit of injuries. He's getting on a bit in years. So he's had a storied career for Liverpool. So he's their main man. He's managed to take the field today. So yeah, Aussies struggling a little bit with him.
Well, I was hoping for Aussie family to get through, but we'll see. So Argentina's playing later this morning. What do you think's gonna happen there?
Yeah, Argentina, they're the defending champions with Leo Messi leading the line there. They're up against Cabo Verde, who a lot of people probably have never even heard of that country. They're really the Cinderella story of the tournament. They managed to get through the group stage, which no one really expected. Today's match, you can probably predict that Argentina's going to have a lot of the ball, like maybe 70 to 80% of the possession. I think Argentina will be too strong. They're going to have a lot of pressure on themselves to make sure that they don't do what other teams have done and not put the ball in the back of the net quickly. I think Argentina will score pretty quickly in that game and maybe win 3 or 4-0. But yeah, Messi's leading the Golden Boot table with 6 goals along with Mbappe. So yeah, I would expect him to get at least one more goal today as well.
Yeah, because so it's the knockout round, right? So the winner out of Australia, Egypt will play the winner out of Argentina and Cabo Verde.
Yep, that's right. And then the only other game today is Colombia Ghana. So Colombia have actually been one of the better looking teams in the tournament. They won their group, which surprised a few people. It contained Portugal. So Portugal managed to win yesterday against Croatia, but Colombia are playing a pretty solid Ghana team who drew with England. So that should be a really good game. That's on at 1:30 this afternoon. And then that side of the draw does look pretty good for Argentina, but anything could happen. They've still got, like I say, Colombia, England, Brazil, Mexico. They're all on that side, and then on the other side, we've got Spain, Portugal, France, teams like that.
Yeah, so probably the big game everyone's waiting for is England and Mexico, because England's still in there. They still got that dream of bringing it home. And so, what do you reckon that's happening on Monday at 12 o'clock? How do you think that will go?
Mexico have got a very strong record at home. It's very similar to the All Blacks at Eden Park. Mexico at the Stadium Azteca in Mexico City, I think they've only lost 2 competitive matches there in like the last 60 years or something.
Oh, mate, that's a big statement, Sam, mate, because Eden Park is like the graveyard. So
it is. It seems to be for Mexico. I mean, the streak isn't still intact like the All Blacks is, but I think it was 2 matches they've lost there in the last 60 years. That's pretty solid from about 80 matches. I think a lot of people are saying Mexico are the favourites, but I don't personally think so. I think England have got a much classier team. They've got a lot more size. They've got a lot more speed. Mexico haven't conceded a goal yet in the tournament, but they haven't come up against the type of opposition that England is either. So I think England are the favourites. I think if England can do what they can do, then they should win. But like I say, anything can happen in football, and Mexico have been playing quite well, and they'll have that crowd behind them.
The other team, like the home team, USA, they take on Belgium on Tuesday. Yep. Do you think USA can keep on going?
Well, that's another interesting one because the US have been playing quite well, and again they'll have that home crowd support as well. But Belgium were a team that over the last decade, a lot of people said it was their golden generation, even though they haven't won any trophies. But they've had a list of very high quality players: Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, and a host of others. And Belgium, of course, were in New Zealand's group, and they we might have actually set their World Cup up for them by when they got their 5-1 victory over New Zealand. It looks like Belgium have hit some late form. They did struggle to win their last game. That's a tough one to pick. I think you would think maybe the US could do it, but they're going to be missing their striker now, who got sent off in their last game against Bosnia. So I think that one's really hard to pick. Belgium have got the experience and quality, but America looked like quite a fit unit with a good coach, and they have been playing well. So that one, man, I think that one might go to extra time. I can't really pick that one, to be honest.
All right, hey Sam, just we've got to pay the bill, so we're just going to go for a break, and then we'll come back with some more action. I want to talk about Portugal and Spain.
You're listening to Saturday Morning Sports with Wes, brought to you by Speedy Signs, Kingsland.